Imagine a civilization so powerful, so advanced, that it could have rewritten history as we know it. But what if I told you, it was erased? Wiped from existence as if it never existed. Who were they? And more importantly, why was their history buried? What if everything we've been told about history is a lie? Why do ancient records speak of a world that simply disappeared? And who is trying to keep it hidden from us? Stay with me till the end, because what you're about to see will challenge everything you thought you knew about our past. Throughout history, whispers of a lost civilization have surfaced in forbidden texts, secret maps, and unexplained ruins. The world knows about Mesopotamia, Egypt, and the Maya, but what if I told you there was another civilization? One that existed long before them, and was erased from history? Göbekli Tepe, a site that shouldn't exist. Scientists dated back at least 12,000 years, but how did a civilization that ancient build something so advanced? Who built it, and why did they bury it? But Göbekli Tepe is just the beginning. There's an even bigger mystery. One that suggests an entire civilization was wiped out, and the evidence is hidden in plain sight. Ancient maps from the 15th century show something strange, a land called Tartaria. It appeared on maps for centuries, and then gone. Vanished. Officially, history tells us Tartaria never existed. But why would detailed maps from centuries ago include a fictional empire? Unless it was real, and someone erased it. Historians dismiss it, calling it a mistake, but how can an entire empire be a mistake? But Tartaria isn't the only clue. There's another civilization, one even older. One that might have held secrets that could change everything we know about history. Ancient Greek scholars like Herodotus spoke of a land called Hyperborea, a civilization so advanced that they were considered gods. According to myths, it was a paradise, until something wiped it from existence. But here's the twist, modern satellite images have found traces of unnatural structures beneath the Arctic ice. Could Hyperborea have been real, and did something, or someone, erase it? And here's where things get even more chilling, because there's evidence that suggests they didn't just disappear, they were erased on purpose. But why? And who did it? A civilization so powerful, so advanced, yet wiped from history as if they never existed. But was it a natural disaster? A war? Or something much darker? In this part, we uncover the terrifying truth behind their disappearance, and the secrets they took with them. If this civilization never existed, then why do we keep finding evidence that says otherwise? And why do some of the world's most powerful institutions want to keep this hidden? What were they hiding? And could this lost civilization have been more advanced than we are today? There are three main theories about how this civilization was erased, but one of them is so shocking that it might change everything we know about human history. Almost every ancient culture speaks of a great flood, Noah's Ark, the Sumerian flood myth, the ancient Indian texts of Dvarka. Could they all be describing the same event? And could this flood have been a deliberate reset to wipe out an advanced civilization? Here's where it gets eerie. Recent studies show that around 12,000 years ago, a cataclysmic event occurred, melting ice caps and flooding coastal cities. Could this be the real reason we find entire lost cities buried underwater, and the reason why Hyperborea, Tartaria, and other ancient empires suddenly vanished? Many ancient texts, from the Mahabharata to Sumerian tablets, describe wars between the gods, wars that unleashed weapons more destructive than modern nukes. Could this lost civilization have been destroyed in an ancient war far beyond our understanding? Archaeologists have found traces of high radiation in ancient ruins like Mohenjo-Daro, where skeletons were discovered with evidence of extreme heat exposure, similar to nuclear explosions. But how could this be possible thousands of years ago? Unless, this civilization had technology far beyond what we assume for that era. And then, there's the most terrifying theory of all, what if this civilization didn't disappear because of a natural disaster or war? What if they were erased? Fire. Imagine a civilization with knowledge far beyond what was acceptable. Technologies that could challenge the power structures of the time. What if those in control decided it was too dangerous to let that knowledge survive? Ancient knowledge about free energy, hidden history, and technology that could change the world, suppressed, locked away, and hidden from the public. And here's where it gets even stranger: whispers of forbidden knowledge that vanished along with this civilization. From ancient texts describing machines powered by sound to maps showing lands that shouldn't exist, this lost civilization may have had secrets we were never meant to uncover. But what if some of that knowledge survived? What if, even today, pieces of their technology, science, and wisdom are hidden, waiting to be found? They were erased, but not completely. Scattered across history, hidden in symbols, ancient texts, and forbidden knowledge, are clues. Clues that suggest this lost civilization left behind something huge. But what if I told you, we may have already found it? How did an ancient civilization carve symbols that look like modern spacecraft, energy grids, and even computers? Coincidence? Or something more? Why are certain ancient sites off limits to the public? And why do some of the world's biggest institutions refuse to talk about what was found there? And the biggest question of all: did they leave behind knowledge that could change our world today? In the ruins of ancient cities, archaeologists have found something bizarre: geometric patterns that seem to depict energy grids and mechanical structures. These aren't just decorations, they look like blueprints for lost technology. Fire. Take the Baghdad battery, a 2,000-year-old artifact that appears to be an ancient electric device. Fire. Or the incredible discovery of metal pipes embedded deep within 150,000-year-old rock formations in China. Fire. How did ancient people have knowledge of electricity, precise engineering, and even aerodynamics thousands of years before modern science? Light bulb. Could it be that they didn't just vanish, but their knowledge was hidden? But here's where it gets even stranger: what if some of this knowledge never disappeared at all? What if powerful groups throughout history have been guarding it, using it, and keeping it away from the rest of us? Fire. The Vatican archives hold over 53 miles of ancient texts, many of which have never been revealed to the public. What's inside? Fire. The Smithsonian Institution has been accused of covering up discoveries that challenge mainstream history. Why? Fire. Secret societies, from the Freemasons to the Illuminati, have long been rumored to possess hidden knowledge. Could it be linked to this lost civilization? Light bulb. What if the greatest secret of all isn't that they disappeared, but that their knowledge is still being used today, by those who don't want us to know? And just when you think this mystery couldn't get any deeper, new satellite images have revealed something chilling. A perfectly structured grid-like formation buried beneath Antarctica's ice. A structure that shouldn't be there, but is. Fire. Could this be the final proof of an ancient civilization erased from history? And if so, what are they trying to hide from us? Fire. Ancient maps show Antarctica ice-free centuries ago. How did they know? Fire. Are we on the brink of uncovering the biggest archaeological secret in human history? If one civilization could be erased, how many others have suffered the same fate? What else has been hidden from us? And more importantly, why? If you want more mind-blowing discoveries, make sure to like this video, subscribe, and hit the bell icon, because next, we're uncovering another hidden piece of history that will shake the world. Drop your thoughts in the comments. Do you think we've been lied to? Let's discuss.